Angel Grove Collectibles has just announced pre-orders for the Power Ranger Reignition line. We're going to dive in deep and look at everything possible. We're going to look at pricing. We're going to look at the boxes and see if we have any more details that we did not see at the toy fair. Let's get going. So now that we're on Angel Grove Collectibles, let's see what they're offering for the pre-orders. So right off the back, we can see that they're offering all 5 original flip head Rangers. Rita Repulsa, Goldar with those action moves, the 5 Zords that connect into the Megazord, the Morpher, and the Blade Blaster. So we're going to dive in and look at one of these packaging. We're going to go with Trini because I love her to death, so let's click on it. Now that we're on the Yellow Ranger flip head listing, let's take a look at the packaging. As you can see, they have 3 different photos. As you can see, she does have the daggers. We have the Blade Blaster with the blade out. We have it in gun mode. She does have a little holster. That's pretty cool. There's a little bit better of a picture of the side. Or again, we've seen this art on some of the other packaging already. The back actually has the Pink Ranger listed on this one for some reason. I don't know if that's a mistake on the website or not. But as you can see, the Green Ranger is here in this wave, and so is the Putty Patroller. But we do have this QR code that I will be scanning later and probably make into a short to see what it is. If you guys want to do it now, go for it. There it is. I'll leave it up for a second. And let's move on to the Pink Ranger. And then after that, we'll move on to Rita Repulsa. So here we go. Pink Ranger. She's got a bow and the same type of blasters, one with the blade out, one in gun mode. So there's pretty much the same theme, probably with all of them. And again, the side art, and it looks like they didn't trim it off very well on this picture. And the back is now Jason instead of Kimberly. That's still funny. Anyways, let's look at Rita Repulsa. So now is Rita Repulsa. As you can see in the corner of this packaging, it says spell casting action. And then underneath it, it has try me. And you can see that she raves that a little lightning effect that it has in the packaging up and down. That's pretty cool. The magic staff looks amazing for being a kid's toy. And then I have one complaint overall is the face. I do not like this Rita Repulsa face. And I'll zoom in here for a minute so you can see it. But yeah, that face needs a little bit more detail, even for a kid's toy. Anyways, I love the packaging. It says evil space aliens like it did back in the day in 1993. Fantastic. It's the same packaging as all the rest. And yeah, let's look at the back. And they did it again. They put Goldar's backing instead of Rita's, but that doesn't matter. And again, the Putty Patroller's right there. You know, it's coming soon. You know, Squad and Babu is supposed to be in this wave, and so is King Sphinx. But maybe they changed their mind and giving that in another wave. But so far, this is what we're getting according to the back of these boxes. So let's move on to the Megazord. So here are all the Dino Megazords. It looks like they're selling it as a set and not individually, and that's not a bad thing. But I like this little saying here. It says, the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Reignition is a new and improved release of the classic 1993 brand for today's kids. Okay, that's awesome. And remember, this is like 18 inches tall, so it's a tall Megazord. I do want to look at one or two of these packaging. The one I'm really interested in is the Pterodactyl. And as you can see, it comes with all 5 Rangers. That is awesome. And you can see that the cannons actually do connect and disconnect on this Zord like it should because it makes the Megazord. I remember watching the Toy Fair video from Dan, and they had it combined totally wrong in tank mode. But I digress. People make mistakes. But this looks amazing. Yeah, again, I will be picking this up on day 1. Sure. Do a review on all of this because this Zord is something I never had. I never had a combining Megazord. As you know, the Super 7 one doesn't do it. The Lego one that I built that's not Legos does, but it's not the actual Zords, it's Legos. So anyways, let's move on. This looks amazing still to me. So here's the packaging up close personal for the Morpher again. I love they're using the same backing for everything in this line. You're not getting different packaging for everything. And again, this is for kids. Yes, it might look more boxy in his hand because he's probably like a 5-year-old. But what would it look like in an adult's hands? Who knows? But I do have to say, the power coins look good. I think the Morpher looks good. I really wish this was more black than gray for the stickers. But I know somebody like BD15 is going to have stickers for this so they can fix it. And you know, someone's going to review this immediately. Maybe me, I don't know. We'll see what happens. It's like $20 over here. I think it's like if you take the 45 Australian, you minus 20, I think that's what you get is like a $25. You know what we'll do? I'll do that later. I'll post it up here on here to see the difference of calculation. So let's move on to the next thing, the Blade Blaster. All right, so this is the Blade Blaster. Now, we've all seen this packaging before. Let's look at the back of the packaging, though. So again, they're promoting the Megazord here. They're promoting the Morpher. They have another QR code right here that we will zoom in and I will scan it. And this kid looks CGI to the point where they actually have it separated. And yeah, Blade Blaster up. Yeah, that kid looks kind of CGI. I don't know about you guys. Leave a comment down below if you think so. But again, this Blade Blaster looks amazing to me. I think this is an amazing toy for kids, you know. Better than what we had for a kids' toy back in the day. Like I said in previous videos, I am going to be buying the Morpher on day one and the combinable Zords on day one. I've actually had money set aside for the Zords for sure. But if you like this type of content, don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell to stay up to date everything video games, Power Rangers, Ninja Turtles, and everything else we talk about on this channel. And thanks for watching. I'll catch you on my next video. Peace.